Hi, Mark Shepard here, Cowabungah.com, and today I wanted to share a couple of thoughts that came to me as I was getting ready to start my day. And essentially, what Cowabungah is all about is personal mastery. Now, personal mastery, there's no, we can say personal mastery, we'll just call it mastery here. This is like our end result. This is like our life purpose. Personal mastery is being able to live your life so that you're literally every day doing what you were put here to do, right? Every day you're living to your fullest. You're feeling good. You're making a difference in the world. You're creating enough of an income to support yourself. You're creating amazing relationships with people, and it seems like there are separate things. Like, for example, let's talk about, you can't have personal mastery, you can't live your life purpose if you're not healthy. So we have to explore health. And at Cowabungah.com, we're going to be exploring the cutting edge of health, the cutting edge of what is good for you, really. There's a lot of confusion out there. The actual answers are extremely simple, and they're extremely simple to implement, and you're going to get rapid benefits from them. So health, you got to have really good health, right? You have to have the ability to create, let's say, healthy relationships. So we're gonna, these are not in any particular order. You have to be able to relate to other people. You have to be able to interact with other people. You have to be able to help other people and allow other people to help you. There has to be, there have to be people, right? You cannot do this in a vacuum. And I'm a pretty well confirmed introvert, and I had to really learn a lot about people, and so really this is psychology. Your own psychology and how you relate to other people. So we have to have a healthy body. We have to have the ability to interact with people in a healthy way. We also have to, I guess I'll go with green here. We have to understand ourselves, right? We have to be able to have a relationship with ourselves. So I would maybe put this as, self. We have to understand who we are, what makes us tick, how we got to where we are, why we do what we do, or more important, how we do the things we do that don't get us what we want, so that we can start doing the things that do get us what we want. Okay? And then eventually, we have to have tools. We have to have skills. We're calling them skills here. Skills and tools. I like to call them the tools. We have to have skills and tools so that we can actually kind of take our resources and apply them towards our purpose in life, to where we want to be. So essentially, if we can work on our health, then we can relate to people, then we can work on ourselves, then we can get our tools, and then that will take us to personal mastery. However, it doesn't really work like that. Personal mastery, it's sloppy. It doesn't go, you have to have your health together, work on that first, then learn to relate to people. Okay, no, you're going to have to learn to relate to yourself before you can relate to people. So that has to be a two-way street, right? And in order to work on yourself, you have to have some tools. So that has to be a two-way street. And in order to have your health, you may need some tools, right? And you may not be able to use tools unless you're healthy. So, and you may not be able to relate to people if you're not healthy because you don't feel good, right? So each of these things, and there may be others, interact with each other constantly. You cannot have personal mastery and just work on one of these at a time. It's messier than that. It doesn't work that way. And the bottom line is, you work on your health, and that helps your personal mastery. You work on your personal mastery, and that's going to help your health. You work on the skills and the tools, and again, that is going to have an impact on your personal mastery. You work on yourself, and that's going to impact your personal mastery. You work on relating to other people, and that's going to impact your personal mastery. So even though this is a messy process, I'm doing my best to make it simple. But the reality is, if you don't have a purpose, if you don't have a why, if you don't have a reason to live, if you don't have something that you've always wanted to do from when you were a kid, all of this other stuff is not going to happen. So it's like you have to start with your end point, right? And for me, what drove me to learn all this stuff was my inability to get my music out, my inability to take these songs that were, really good songs. And I don't say that from a place of ego. It's like from the age of 16, people were like, wow, those songs are amazing. You should be famous. But I had a purpose. I knew what I wanted, but I didn't have any of these skills, and I didn't have personal mastery. So it's like having a purpose is, let's say you want to go to Hawaii, right? But you don't know how to get there. You don't know what you want to do there. You don't know a lot of stuff. So, but with the idea, okay, Hawaii, it may take you 10 years, right? You may have to learn how to make more money in order to get to Hawaii. You may have to learn how to do something that enables you to take time off so you don't have to punch a time clock every day, right? If you don't have any vacation time, how are you going to get to Hawaii, right? If you don't have time in your life, that's a problem. So, where does having time in your life come? Well, that's personal mastery, that's skills and tools, that's health, because, if you're sick all the time, that's going to cut down on your time. If you can't relate to people, you can't sell your services, you can't get a better job, you can't negotiate. So there's all these different things. Take any goal, any one goal in your life, anything you want, and chances are these 4 areas are going to impact it. And if you don't manage to continually work on these 4 areas, you're not getting to personal mastery. But it is a dynamic process, and they constantly interact and affect each other. So for me, that's why right now I'm on a tear to take my body to the next level. I've been doing pretty much of a low-carb diet, but it hasn't been extreme in any case. And I'm like, for the next 30 days, I'm really going to work on my health. I'm going to take my carbohydrate level down to the next level. And I'm going to explore, see how that improves my brain function, see how that improves my creativity, see how that improves how I feel. And as part of health, I am physically exercising my body, and I'm using some of the cutting-edge tools to get the most results in the least amount of time. That's, again, personal mastery. Let's use the best tools. Let's get the best results in the least amount of time. Doesn't mean we don't apply ourselves. It doesn't mean we sit on the couch expecting it to happen, right? So learning how to relate to people. I am increasing steadily the pools of contact that I have of appropriate groups of people who will understand my music, people who get where I'm coming from. So it's not just, let's say I'm not joining a bunch of meetups for scrapbooking. It's not really my interest, and those might not be the people that I want to hang out with. But I am hanging out with people who are on a spiritual journey, people who are working on self-improvement. That's a good group of people. Business people, chambers of commerce, people, athletes, right? Coaches. These are all people that in some level, some form, can use the tools that I have and who can understand some of this. I work on myself every day. Every day I start the day with some quiet reflection, and that drives where I'm going most days. The skills and the tools. This is, I have a huge toolbox full of tools from neuro-linguistic programming, from self-hypnosis, from energy work, from cognitive behavioral therapy, to emotional freedom technique, to some spiritual paths where your focus is on the mind. Any area of the world, any area of life, any area of endeavor that has something to contribute to this is in the toolbox, and I'm constantly adding more. Health, again, so we keep coming back to how all of this interacts and how it all interrelates. So that's it for today. I just want to drop into you the idea that Cowabungah.com it's not about one thing. It's about bringing everything together in a way that leads you to the kind of incredible life, the kind of incredible experience of being alive that we all long for. And I think it's really our birthright. And I think part of living is the process of uncovering how to truly live. How to truly live as if it mattered, right? And you do matter. Doesn't mean any of us is more important than anybody else, but we matter. And it's about expanding awareness. It's about expanding joy. It's about exploring love. And I'm talking about deep, true love of all things, not just romantic love. So, and of course, we do have romantic love here in relating to people, right? So, I don't know if this is complete. There may be other things that I haven't thought of, but this is what came to me this morning, and I wanted to share it with you. So, Cowabungah.com, Mark Shepard, over and out, and have a great day. Have an incredible day filled with personal mastery, filled with personal satisfaction, great relationships, abundant health, strength, vibrant energy, and continuous learning, so that the tools that you learn today you can apply in every area of your life. So, Cowabungah.com, thanks.